Hi, welcome to the channel. This is the catalog category, the slot for the grade 11s, as I have decided, and I'm very excited to actually be working with you guys. I will be mentoring grade 11s because it's very important. It's very important. Let me tell you why. In grade 11, I think I had the opportunity to actually show my parents that I am an academic weapon. So during my matric year, don't disturb me. You know, Njora, I am a studying girl, right? And I'm whispering because people are sleeping, but the job must get done. So please, okay, the volume and listen very loudly. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm here to actually explain the 3 tips I put on TikTok. Please do follow my TikTok page. If you haven't, thank you. Thank you. Also, while we're here, subscribe. Thank you. You're so kind, hey? Anyways, so now I want to give you guys perspective on how we can actually attack. And when I say attack, I mean we are attacking this thing. Attack the third term. Attack the third term because some of us don't know. We want to get better, but we don't know what exactly we can do to actually make sure that we actually get better. We just end up doing what we did last term. Okay, so what you need to do firstly is to actually reflect on what you did wrong last term. Like, every morning, did you just wake up and go to school? And do you feel like that's something wrong that you did? You get? Because now I do really believe that you need to actually work towards yourself more than you work towards impressing other people. So if studying in the morning is actually you saying, Bona, I'm working towards bettering myself, it's the first thing that I do. I feel like you're saying to this world that, Bona, I don't care if these exams that I'm writing are actually just to impress other people. I'm just impressing myself and the fact that I want to stand up at the top in the end. You get? Yes. So yeah, you need to decide that after school, did I come back and take a nap? So not every time after school I just came back, slept, or I came back, went and saw my friends for too long, and actually came back and slept. That's why I got low marks. Like, why do you think is the reason? Do you feel like your chores are too much? If that's the case, unfortunately, you cannot run away from that. But there are better ways to actually deal with things. Things like cleaning. You could try and wake up in the morning, early in the morning, pray, and then if you feel like you can't study in the morning, you're gonna clean the house. I'm realizing there are superstitions against that, but then there are people who actually are able to do some of their chores so that when they come back from school, there's not much to do. You just come back, maybe cook, wash the dishes that you find that the people who were in the house made, and then from there you can just start studying. Or just go out for a walk and come back and study. It helps you. In the end, it helps you because of good chores at the end of the day. It doesn't matter whether it gives you an extra hour, an extra 30 minutes, it's still time. Okay? And I was also watching this other girl's live testimony. I like her content a lot. Please do check her out. I won't link, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. She said a student should actually study from 7:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. And I believe in that. I really do believe in that because you have a lot of subjects to do. And you have a lot of learning to do. You have a lot of practicing to do. You have a lot to do in general. So please do try to stay with that, or just take it as it is and just move with it, and you're gonna thank yourself in the end. Because I really do understand that we don't have time exactly because we have to spend time with our families, we have to do our chores and everything. But if I think back to my matric year, I spent most of my time doing schoolwork. I went to school too early so that I can have time to actually do my schoolwork. Not even the schoolwork that the teachers gave me, but I did work that I thought I wanted to do I thought I had to do in order to be prepared for my next exam. So I need to decide, when, as now, like a person who's now working towards getting a distinction in, say, maths, pure maths. You never got a distinction in pure maths. You need to decide what am I going to do differently. That means I'm going to wake up and the first hour of the day, I'm going to spend it doing maths. That tells me already there's someone who wants to improve in maths. Every time you get frustrated by the math question, you have to decide that you're going to ask for help. And if you find out that you have a problem in that subject, in the morning you can just go to school, and then before the lesson you ask the teacher quickly, hey, my sister, help me here. I don't wagwan yet. So I feel like it's the best first step you can take to actually, have a good semester start and have an idea of what you need to plan for that semester to go that way. Because at the end of the day, you still have to decide or the time that you have from 7:30 to 12 a.m., the time that you just put aside for yourself and your books, what are you going to do? Like, you can't just take one book and study it for the whole, I think it's 4 hours. It's not conducive. It's not. So you need to also have a plan as to how you're going to spend that time, and we're going to discuss it in this video. So number 2 is that you need to decide which subject is a priority. Listen to me. You got your report right and you saw maybe maths is not your best friend. Like, you got like level 3 for maths, but then English is like 7, life science 6, physics 6. You know where you stand with life and everything that came with life. So please just be honest with yourself and say that I fumbled maths. Think about how you didn't spend that much time on maths. Or if you spent time on maths and still fumbled it, be honest with yourself and say, I really struggle with maths and I need help. I need support. I'm going to find that support and I'm going to spend more time on maths. I'm going to spend more of my energy on maths. I'm going to figure out whatever the examiner things I need to figure out for maths in order to become the best student in mathematics. It's not that simple, but you need to first acknowledge the fact that maths is your weak point. Let us give it time, give it the attention it needs. Maths is an attention seeker, heal the maths. You give it the attention it desires, It may not be maths for you. It may be CAT, it may be English, it may be accounting. We all have our Roman soldier. Please put the crown on, okay? So yeah, I feel like you need to decide from your report, your June results specifically, which subject you're going to give more of your time and which subject you're going to give less of your time. Your best subject is going to get less of your time, and if you feel like you need to do more for your best subject, let it be a feeling of like it's like a reward, because at the end of the day, we need them to be balanced, 7s and 6s. If you are a person who actually is a 5 and 6 person, then make sure that they are all at 5s and 6s, please, and then take them all to 7, because it's no point going and passing one subject only and the rest are just failing. We need to learn to actually have balance. Even in life, you just have to have a balance. If I want to have friends, then I have to make sure that I spend time with my friends, and the time that I spend with my friends, I'm able to compensate for in my schoolwork, because at the end of the day, you'll be a student of a city, and if you want to spend time also tutoring people, you need to understand that the time you spend tutoring people, me for instance, the time you spend tutoring people is time you could have spent on your schoolwork, so you need to compensate for that too. So I need to balance and actually make sure that my side things don't bother my schoolwork and my marks, you understand? So you find yourself working harder, you understand? So please also just give yourself that grace and actually acknowledge the fact that you need to work on that 1 year level 2. Again, there's no choice, not a choice. So yeah, please do work on that then. Please do decide which one you're going to spend most of your time on. Worst subject would be 3 hours. Why am I saying 3 hours? Every day. But then your best subject can just be 3 or 4 days. I think I've explained it enough. And then now we reach the next step, which is like within those subjects, for each subject, you need to look at like the topics within the subjects and how you're going to tackle them. So I'd say download an ATP, annual teaching plan from Google, a valid one honestly for 2024, maybe grade 11. You could search grade 11 2024 physical sciences ATP. That's the annual teaching plan. So it's like a document that your teacher needs to use to decide which topic to teach next, so that they're not just doing their own things and they're not keeping up to date with what the government wants. So you're able to access that document and actually teach. No, you're not teaching. Oh yeah, you're teaching yourself, but you're also determining how you're going to study the topics to make sure that you're on top of the work. It's not for it. So what I mean is, you're going to take that document. Let me link it. I'm going to put something here so you can see something according to what I'm saying, you know. I'm going to take that document and decide that, okay, so for term 3, we should do this topic first, that topic next, right? So I know for metric physics, they're gonna start with electric circuits. Understand? I'm preparing that. That's why I know that. But please do check your own. For physics, they're gonna start with electric circuits. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna start at electric circuits, vele. Study ahead, be ahead of the class. So whatever the teacher's teaching today, you should get there knowing the work, so that the teacher's just confirming that you have the correct information. She's giving you extra information on top of what you learned, and also like you are now sure that, okay, I can actually start preparing and answering practice questions. You have now started practicing and you're able to go to the teacher with questions that are valid, questions that you may not have had if you had just been seeing the question for the first time in the class. That's a lot of English. Please do try to understand what I'm saying. You understand? So yeah, I feel like you should study ahead, topic by topic. Decide which topic. You need to find out how the teachers are going to teach the topics. So if electric circuits is first, then do electric circuits first. If this is second, do this. If that is third, do that. Understand? So that you can not be overwhelmed by the fact that go classing they're teaching electric circuits, but you are doing optical phenomena. It's gonna mess you up. Understand? So yeah, please try and do that. Study ahead, because you're gonna finish everything quickly and you can start practicing. Finishing early means that you have more practice, you have more directed focus, you have more time to actually go to your teacher and actually say, my sister, I do not understand this. Find a way to explain this to me better, because I tried YouTube, I tried TikTok, and nobody can help me whatsoever. You are the only last hope. You get? And then you have to also be ready. Yeah, it helps you be ready for tests. Those tests that come within the semester, within the term, that practical test and whatever, you're able to prepare for it in advance and just have questions about it before it comes, and you're gonna maximize the marks that you get, rather than just being a silent person who it catches onto you. Like, you just find yourself writing and you're done. Now you got your marks. No, guys, that's not the life to live, you know. So yeah, secondly, if you finish early and you feel like, okay, now I'm practicing, I can incorporate some of the term 2 and term 1 work, you can actually start reviving the dead spirits from term 2 and term 1 in your wardrobe. You know what topic made you fail that test, that exam. So please do not neglect term 1 and term 2 work. Please do try to relearn it. Please do try to re-practice it. Remind yourself of it, because it's gonna remove that factor of anxiety of the fact that you failed a topic and you're still gonna see it in term 4. I don't know if you guys understand. So please try to actually go back to term 2. It's a good habit. In metric, there's no this thing as scope. You have to learn everything. So just teach yourself that now and you're good to go, So yeah, this is actually a guide that you could use to actually create a timetable and a schedule on how you want to do your schoolwork, like how you want to go about term 3. I hope this was very helpful, and please do like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.